Mad in this weather, huh? Too nice.
Finally.
Yeah, yeah. So the guys did a good job today coming out. You're starting to see more and more that's being thrown at them from both sides of the ball, and that's on purpose. So it's there's two ways to look at it. Whether you say, you know, especially on our side on offense, for trying to see a bunch of different looks that Vic can give you. Is it too much or not? It's good for us. So it'll help us out in the long run, and it's good for our players, and they've handled it well, and there's going to be mistakes, but they have it on tape to be able to look at. So,
Matt, through 4 months, what benefits are you starting to realize from the group of coaches, specifically Mark and Dave Ragone, the three of you guys together?
well, it's nice because they're quarterback guys that really understand that position. They have a history with it, whether playing it or coaching it, and then we all talk football all the time, and so I'm able to be out there and oversee it. But the trust factor of just knowing what these quarterbacks are getting, and then you have Chase and Tyler back there with Mitch. It's just it's a unity between all of them, and so for us to have that, it's real comforting.
Coach, what's your reaction to the rule change with the NFL and the anthem?
Yeah, so I heard some of that is just getting passed right now, so I haven't been able to think too much about it. But just from knowing some of the things that they're discussing, you know, we'll go back and look at the rules. I honestly don't even know exactly what they are yet, but from what I've heard, for us as a team, we'll do it together. We'll talk it through. I know from what I was told, there was no issues last year with this team, which is great. And we'll communicate it. We'll talk it out, and we'll make sure that we're listening to everybody and trying to do the right thing as much as we can. And I know it's a touchy subject, but I feel confident that we'll do it together.
So the players can choose to stay in the locker room. If they're out on the field, then they have to stand.
Okay, that's the deal?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Is that a compromise? Or?
I guess, again, this is one of those deals where I'll be able to sit back and think this through more as far as once you know what the rules are. I really haven't. I'm not there yet, but I will get there, and we'll do what's right.
Matt, what did you learn from your experience in Kansas City last year when sitting for the anthem, kneeling was a thing?
Well, for us, last year in Kansas City, there weren't a whole lot of big talks, quote unquote. It was more of you do what you do, and you know, again, it's just such a touchy subject, and the right and wrong answers. But we never ended up having a major issue with it. We had a couple guys here or there that did some things, but again, it's just something that was our team's prerogative on how they handled it, and so you know, it's again one of those touchy subjects.
How did Andy handle it? And is there a lesson to learn just in terms of being a leader of men who may have different opinions?
Yeah, he listens. He listens to the guys talk. The guys they voice their opinions. They say what they feel about it, and then he's gonna give his opinion, and then they're either gonna agree to disagree, or fix the problem.
Do you expect to meet the whole team together to discuss this at least?
Yeah, at some point we'll get together. Like I said, the communications it's too important not to, and I feel very confident that we'll all do it together.
Man, it's early in the process. Is there anything you've seen with Mitch Trubisky, like today, yesterday, in these situations, maybe nuancing things that the naked eye we would not see, that indicate to you he's getting this offense and growing as a quarterback, or does that just not happen?
No, he's starting to see some coverages now. Coach Fangio and his guys are doing a good job of mixing different coverages and disguising different looks, and so for Mitchell to be able to see those looks on tape, he's building his own library right now within this offense. We don't have to per se watch Kansas City offense anymore to see how this stuff's going. We're building our library now, and he's able to see how it works against our defense right now, and then try not to make those mistakes and make the correct adjustments.
Roquan Smith and James Daniels both, at least I noticed, playing second string today. Is that part of them earning their way up?
Yeah.
Are they going to get first string snaps eventually?
Absolutely, and again, that's everybody on this team. It's so hard to just come into a system and just be the guy right away. You got to earn it. I think they understand that. I know they do. I'm sure in the end they're going to respect it too.
And James Daniels are getting some work at center as well. Is that
we're gonna
today?
Yeah, there'll be some things again that Harry wants to do. He's going to just test some things out here or there. But again, we're trying not to have guys play too many different positions, just so that they can get the communication process down on the line of scrimmage.
And with the one position where there's appear to be a lot of competition is offensive tackle. Is that just appearances, or is that a position that you're maybe more comfortable with than some of the others?
No, it's probably more of just appearance, and we feel really good right now where we're at with the offensive line. There's a lot of depth and a lot of competition, and so when you have that, Harry's going to do a great job of mixing guys in and out, and to have position flexibility in this league is so important. And so when you have a guard that can play center, you have a tackle that can play both sides, it's too valuable to not have that.
When did you, back to Mitch, man, when did you get to the point where you didn't have to watch that KC tape anymore? Is that a milestone when you put in a new offense? Or
it's not a milestone, but you want to. It's nice to be able to see your guys doing it, you know. And so they understand that. Again, in Kansas City, it took us 5 years to get to that point that we got to. That did not happen overnight. That developed in time, and so we're kind of at a pace right now where you have to at times pull back and say to yourself, okay, just remember now, we're months into this thing, not years. So the more reps we can get in practice, whether it's a walkthrough, splits, alignment, shifts, motions, the more they can see themselves doing it, that's what we want.
By having to stop yourself, though, does that mean like you're seeing encouraging things?
Absolutely, yeah. The guys, I just told them this morning in our offensive meeting that I'm proud of them for taking this as serious as they are and not getting upset or frustrated or at the mistakes that they may make the first time. And I've said it to you guys, that's the biggest thing that we look for. And so the volume right now has grown immensely in this playbook that we've given them, and then we'll eventually pull back, see what works, what doesn't work, and then fit it into our guys by personnel formation.
Anything new with Leonard Floyd or Allen Robinson in terms of where they are in their recovery?
Nothing new other than I'd say that arrow continued to go up with them. Leonard's been out here getting some stuff done. Same with Allen. I know that they're chomping at the bit to get out here, but we just need to be smart.
What do you like about how Deion Sims fits in your offense?
Well, the nice thing with Deion is that he's a guy that has proven to be a solid blocker. He can be in there and be your wide tight end, but yet he still has really good hands. He can make plays on intermediate routes. He's not going to be anybody that's a downfield threat. I think he knows that. We all know that. But he's a valuable piece of this puzzle.
With Mark Helfrich, how has he helped bring together these offensive coaches that all come from different places that never really work together?
He's a people person, and he also has a sense of humor, which not everybody knows. But he's great with the guys in there, and he's a teacher. So when he's in there, being able to teach concepts and the whys. He does a great job with that, and then he keeps it light. He's a teacher with the players, and the coaches, they respect that.
How long did it take him to teach your stuff?
Well, he's there. I mean, he's learning a lot of it, but again, for him, that's not going to happen overnight either. There's going to be different coverages. For every play that we have, there's 7 different coverages that you can get on defense. So you got to watch those plays 7 different times till you understand that one play. Well, we have hundreds and hundreds of plays, so it's going to take time.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, man.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Hello, running for office here.
How would you characterize what you guys are building offensively?
Well, today was a little. It was a bad build, but that's to be expected. We're adding a chunk each day. I thought today really was the first day. Today was the first day where we had somebody do something that it's just like, okay. They've a few positions here and there, a few new guys, obviously a few veterans here and there that it's all new to hit the wall. And so we'll adjust accordingly, but by the same token, there's a lot of guys that have picked up a ton and have improved. But we're definitely installing to what we think are our guys' strengths. Certainly at quarterback first, and then just mixing and matching and really experimenting with a bunch of different things.
A bad build because the defense is doing a lot of different things too against your offense.
Well, certainly. Any time this time of year, whether it's OTAs or spring football, there's always some boom and bust type of moments, and part of that's a big deal too, of knowing why something happened. Sometimes it's bad luck one way or the other, or sometimes it's just one guy. One guy did either the right or wrong thing on either side. But there's been good back and forth, from a competitive standpoint to this point.
So, Mark, when you guys can look back, I guess, the last 4 months and the building you've done through that point, and look ahead to when these guys do get it, what will make this offense dangerous when it's operating at capacity?
Well, hopefully just execution, getting guys totally confident in what they're doing and what the guy next to him is doing. Get to a point where a lot of guys are interchangeable, whether that's up front or in the skill position area, and just have a quarterback that's playing fast and free and confidently.
What's your evaluation of Mitchell Trubisky, and how have you seen him grow throughout OTAs?
He's I really like his mindset. He's a very competitive guy. He knows what he knows, and he is free to admit and talk about and ask what he doesn't. And that's not always the case with some guys, whether that's a pride thing or whatever. But he's been very coachable. I think David Groen's done an awesome job of prepping him each day, and we I think we all see through his eyes on a lot of things and through his brain and how he thinks through things. And so that's a big part of it too, is just learning how that guy sees things and being able to talk and teach to that. But today he made some mistakes. Today he corrected some guys, but that he'll throw that away and build from the good stuff and continue to just kind of add a little bit more each day.
Mark, at this point,
you thought he would be at this point, or is he surprising you?
We never try to put, we for it's always been with quarterbacks, we chase perfection, and that's impossible, right? So it's a hard chase. But he's a willing participant in that, and a guy that again, he comes to every meeting prepared, every meeting with a good question, and he wants to be coached, and that's a big part of it too.
Mark, at this point of Trubisky's development, is it more important to accentuate his strengths or work on his weaknesses?
I think certainly both. You're always gonna play to that guy's strengths, right? If he can't do it,
right.
We're not very smart to try and do something that we think is some great fancy scheme, and we won't. But by the same token, we're gonna push and prod and poke and see what's in there. And so far, he's done a lot of good things.
But is there anything is there anything in particular that's holding him back?
No.
Keeping him from doing some of the good things because he's got a flaw or something?
Experience. I think it's 100% experience and just reps. And that's kind of what I was talking about, of knowing why something happened. As a quarterback, you might take the perfect drop and be looking at the right guy in your progression, and that guy runs the wrong route, or the left guard busts, or something. The defense does something something different or wrong even, and trusting that is just a matter of just putting rep on top of rep on top of rep and being confident.
Mark, how is it different for you at this point working with pros as opposed to college?
I missed the first part.
How is it different for you at this point working with pros as opposed to college kids?
I think just a number of reps, and the guys have wives and kids and all that stuff on the outside, but these guys, it's the same, man. Guys, they want a plan. They want you to care about them on the field, them off the field, and I think that's true in every level of every sport. I think as a group, our guys have been very hungry and thirsty and have taken to every position to coaching, and so that's been good as well.
So there's no difference for you as a coach that this is their livelihood as opposed to.
Yeah, I mean there's a different I guess hammer on the end of it in some regards for some of these guys, or carrot, however you look at that at the end of it. But again, I think when you talk football and you talk X's and O's and you talk, hey, take this footwork and here's why, and it's all the same. A lot fewer reps, than I'm used to, and then obviously the rules are different this time of year for contact and all that stuff. So just getting used to all that and trying not to screw anything up.
Mark, what's your impressions of Matt's scheme now that you've worked for it, and how do you feel like your fingerprints are on it, at this point and then going forward?
They are on the playbook somewhere. They're on the outside. No, this is 100% his system, and I think that's part of being out here too with these guys, and the nuances of things, and the edits and the the kind of year-to-year editing that you do, that's kind of a process that never ends, and we're all a part of that. But this is absolutely, he's had a very successful track record for a long time, and we're all supporting that 100%.
What characteristics about the scheme stand out to you?
Well, I think it's something where you're trying to utilize playmakers. You're trying to keep maybe have a bunch of different ways of doing similar things to maximize a certain position or a certain player. A lot on the quarterback as far as getting in the right play versus the correct look. A ton of pre-snap communication that it's, I'm not saying good, bad, or whatever. It's different than any of these guys have done before, and so that did I answer that question, or did I
Mark,
faked it?
when you first got here, you said that you and Matt would have to kind of work out whose responsibilities were whose, and out on the field and meeting and stuff like that. How is that shaken out so far? And do you have a pretty clear idea of what's his versus what's yours in terms of?
I think it's all ours,
Yeah.
and I told him a long time ago, whatever's good is his, and whatever's bad is mine. I'm 100% good with that. It's that's a work in progress as well. Every day we're going, hey, let's tweak this or tweak that, or Harry Easton says, hey, let's tweak this or tweak that, and that's another thing about Nags that we're looking for the best way, and the best way for our guys to execute his offense, and there's always that nuance that you're changing year in and year out, but yeah, nobody's looking to, I don't know, horn credit or blame or whatever. I don't know exactly.
You've mentioned a couple times that this is his scheme, but he obviously brought you in.
I didn't mention it. You asked about it.
No, you brought it up. They brought you here for a reason too.
Mm-hmm.
What aspects of what you did in college has been worked in here yet, or has translated with some of the guys who?
I don't know. I think again, there's, and we're talking about at this point you're talking about a release, an angle of a release on a route that might change, or a width of a split, or a little schematic change on the interior of the offensive line, how you communicate things. Those are all things that again, they change, they adapt. And so I think, I've been, if it's something that, hey, we think can tweak a little bit and do differently or do better, I'll suggest it. If not, I won't say anything.
Mark, Mitch has been praised for having that quarterback it factor and immediately having that leadership role. How have you seen that? And have you seen a lot of even veterans responding?
Yeah, he's one of those guys that just how he works, how he prepares, how he comes to practice, he garners respect instantly. And now he's still in the mode of learning, and doing things out here. We might have run one play 10 times against 10 different defenses, and so his response to that, every one of those 10 things is brand new, and so you see his reaction to some of those is good, some of those is things you want to improve upon, and then keep your chest up and lead, because we need that.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah.
Where am I looking? What's up,
Actually, you
everybody?
don't look as good as you did the other time.
Huh?
Gallop.
Oh yeah, this is more my outfit.
How's it going out here?
It's going great. Getting better every day, learning new offense, just grooving it, and making mistakes and trying not to make the same mistakes twice, and just progressing every day. Just trying to come out here with energy and lead the guys out here. But we're having fun, we're competing, the defense is looking really good as well, and it's just great to come out here and compete every day against them because we're making each other better on both sides.
The word is that the defense is a little bit ahead of the offense right now. As a competitor, does that bug you a little bit?
Who said that?
Both coaches.
Oh, did they? Yeah, it is what it is. We kind of expect that with Coach Fangio being here in the past and having a lot of returners back on defense. But it's good for us. It's just going to make us better on offense. And as a competitor, you just take that to heart and come out here and compete in every single drill. But at the end of the day, we're brothers, we're family, and we need iron sharpens iron. But we need to just know we're in this together in the end. You're good.
Sorry. The NFL passed a rule today, basically saying players could choose to stand on the field for the anthem or be in the locker room for the anthem. Do you think that's the right approach? What's your reaction to that rule change? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, the rule's the rule. I'm just proud of how our team handled it last year in the past, and I believe we'll all stand on the field together this year. So, yeah, it is what it is, and I think it's all about eliminating distractions for the team and for the audience, and just represent yourself and the organization in the right manner. So, yeah, it is what it is.
Mitch, you mentioned mistakes. What are an example of mistakes that are out here, and what is the process like for you fixing them? Just at least getting better.
Yeah, wrong footwork or wrong read or just not detailing the play out enough. So it's all about learning and getting better each play and every day. So that's what we're doing, just going back, and we'll go in here and watch the film and learn from that and come out here and correct it tomorrow and just continue to groove this offense and continue to go through the details.
At this point, you're learning what it takes to be successful. What kind of things are you prioritizing?
Definitely sticking together as a team, playing together, playing hard, being obsessed, that mantra that coach has brought into here, and just working hard every day and just leading these guys out here. So just keeping everyone together, making sure everyone's buying into coach's plan, and just having fun and enjoying the game out here.
Now that you know the offense, what is...
You have several new offensive players to help you, with your game. How long will it take you guys to have the chemistry built?
I think it's building fast. From the guys, we got Taylor Gabriel, Benny Fowler, Marlon Brown, Kevin White, and then when when Allen Robinson comes back, we got so many guys, we got so many weapons. I'm just excited to get them all the ball. And then Trey Burton as well, and we got a great tight end room, great running backs, and great receivers. So it's all about just everyone learning the offense, building that chemistry together, and getting better every day. So it's coming along well, and it's just the more reps we can get, the better off we're going to be. And I just feel like the guys who have been out here and going through the reps, we've gotten a lot better from day one already. So we're making progress for sure.
No group's changed more than the wide receivers, but how much has that tight end room changed since last year?
I believe we added Trey Burton. We have a really good tight end group. Trey Burton, Deion Sims, Adam Shaheen, Dan Brown, and Ben Broniker. So I feel like that's one of our strengths as an offense, with that experience and just their athleticism and what they can do, creating mismatch opportunities for the defense. So we just got to continue to utilize them. But at the end of the day, it comes down to execution and just us learning our offense and giving our playmakers the best opportunity to go against them. Because I believe we got more playmakers than the defense has guys that can account for them. So we just got to utilize those guys and get them the ball and believe in the plan and execute the plays.
Mitch, in what way do you see Mark Helfrich's impact on this team?
Yeah, Coach Helfrich is so smart. He's a very detailed guy, and he brings a lot of creativeness to this offense, and obviously he's got tempo in his background, so we like to implement a little bit of that, but just his football intelligence and IQ and how he can help me detail plays and just think about different things from different perspectives has allowed me to grow in different areas already, and he's been a huge help.
How much more comfortable are you in this role and what's required of you as being quarterback of this team?
Yeah, very comfortable. I love the position I am and the leadership role I have, just to know that the guys are looking at me to come out every day, bring the energy, and make sure I'm taking care of my business so that everyone else's job is easier around them too. So that's what I'm trying to do, and I love the responsibility, and I'm just very excited for the continuous opportunities to move forward and lead this team.
Mitch, leadership role is kind of an intangible. It's hard to quantify, but can you actually feel that building when you come out here, that there's more and more faith in you, and how does that make you feel even more optimistic about what you can do in the future, because you if you do indeed feel that building? Yeah,
definitely. I feel like it's growing every single day, and nothing gives me more confidence than when my teammates believe in me. The offensive guys and the defensive guys as well. So when you just have teammates that believe in you and know you can get the job done, that gives you a lot of confidence. You just go out there, be yourself, and lead the way you know how, and just take care of your job and make other guys' job easier around you.
A few more. Mitch, I haven't talked to you since Anthony Miller was drafted. What were your impressions of him?
Yeah, really twitchy, really good route runner, and strong hands. He attacks the ball. Those are my immediate impressions, and the toughest thing for the rookies right now is just adjusting to the change of speed and learning new playbooks. So you're going to come out here and make a mistake as a rookie, but it's all about how you put it behind you and bounce back, and he's done that so far. So I like the way he attacks the ball and runs routes, and I feel like he's going to help that group a lot.
Mitch, we all saw the Philly special in the Super Bowl from Matt's mentor, Doug Peterson. How many passes do you hope to catch this year?
Ooh. I'd definitely like to catch some touchdowns, some passes. That'd be cool. Like I said, the sky's the limit with this offense and just the creativeness that these coaches bring. There's going to be a lot of fun plays, and if we get the base ones down first, hopefully we could have some fun trick plays to do as well.
Awesome.
All good?
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it, guys.